Let's move on to the CAG bag. I think we've
All
made
right.
it. We've made it. At Toxtra writes, we know Cheapy loves RoboCop, but does his Peter Weller love extend to Buckaroo Banzai? I've never seen Buckaroo Banzai. So, no.
I don't love Buckaroo Banzai. There are people that that's their favorite movie. I'm sort of like lukewarm on it. I don't think you would like it, to be honest.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think Cheapy would take it either.
Yeah.
I remember looking at it. It looked off to me. So, I don't know. I know it's a cult favorite, though.
Do you like Ice Pirates?
No.
Okay. You're not going to like Buckaroo Banzai then.
Yeah. I figured. Darkness in the chat mentions that Apex Legends was coming to Switch, and so is crossplay.
Great.
Big news for you then, Cheapy.
I can start winning if I play against some Switch noobs. I feel like I can make it happen.
Like me in Fortnite, I already got a battle royale and solos in the new season already. Day came out. I got my new umbrella. Woo!
I'm so happy for you.
I know.
Okay, Scott Dave writes in. He says, I'd like to know Shipwreck's take on the gose style of beer. If you're not familiar with them, they are sour beers brewed with sea salt. I love them, but a lot of people think they are disgusting.
I'm fine with a nice. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I always pronounced it ghost, but I don't. They bring me it if I order it.
They knew what you mean.
Right, they knew what I meant. Like goza, huh?
He must know if he spelt it out.
Yeah,
like
no,
the
I'm not.
I thought
I'm
that
not
was a
questioning
dumpling.
It's gyoza.
They are something that I will drink on occasion. I think they're quite good, but I can't. I have a hard time drinking more than one.
Right. All right. Ooh gravy, or just gravy with two O's on either side. How do you read that?
Oh, gravy-o.
PS5, ugliest console of all time? # yes.
I don't think so.
It's I don't know.
What's your suggestion?
Yeah, what's your ugliest console of all
I
time?
believe the ugliest console of all time is, I don't know. I have no idea.
So what are you putting?
Something has to be
I don't know.
uglier.
The Jaguar? I don't know. That wasn't so great looking.
No.
Or
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think the controller was the part that was
Yeah.
weird about the Jaguar. The system itself basically looked like an N64.
Mhm.
So do you hate the N64?
Yes, I do.
Oh. You better board up your
You
windows.
know what? The N64 was kind of ugly.
That's fine. That's your aesthetic.
Hmm? Just saying,
ugly.
it was
Ugly
wasn't
is
like,
your aesthetic.
you know, I like the GameCube, not so much the.
Well, I think everybody would say the GameCube is one of the most elegant design consoles.
that was a pretty cool looking console.
Yeah.
You know, the OG Xbox was kind of ugly.
It's just a big black box. I wish it. My problem with the OG Xbox was that roundness to the top of it.
You couldn't
Mhm.
put anything on top of it.
Yeah, it was a weird shape.
It probably
You're
would cause a
wacky
fire
stuff.
if you put something on top of it. That's why they did that.
That's probably why they did that. It was, for your own protection.
kept burning down the office. It's like, hey, I'll just make a little slant on this thing, and the fire will just roll right off.
Roll right off the sides.
The Action Max was an ugly console.
Action Max, what the fuck is that?
That was I believe, the VHS game system. We had to attach a big red light to your television and a light gun.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
Mhm.
I had an Action Max.
So did I.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's sure that was of its day. I mean, it's a pretty plain box.
I think Wombat had the best analysis of the PS5's looks when he said when it's horizontal, it looks like Tony Stark's house, and when it's vertical, it looks like Avengers Tower.
Yep.
It's pretty
I
much
stand by that.
pretty much wraps it up.
You've seen all the size comparisons of it too.
It's big.
It's big.
Oh, it's big.
I'm hoping it's not quite as big because I'm thinking that maybe we just don't have a good straight on shot of it yet. But I can't tell on the base. Like every time I see it, it looks like the base is kind of angled up, so we're kind of looking down at it. but maybe the base is actually rounded and we're looking straight at it.
Was that English?
What English?
I think it's going to be big. That's what I think. You can't make it all like curvy and stuff. You need a lot of real estate inside, so they're stretching it out. I think is what they're doing. It's long. It's a long console. At Darwin Loves Devo asks, which one is bombing harder, Crucible or Google Stadia?
Probably Stadia, because Crucible is software, and that's not sitting on a shelf anywhere.
Well, I don't know though. They spent a lot of years probably making Crucible.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, and they only spent 3 months making the Stadia.
No, but I'm saying I'm sure.
Sounds about right, actually.
It's done.
Look at this, guys. It's like an Ouya. Remember an Ouya?
Are you holding something physical in your hand? Is that a Stadia? I don't know.
Right.
The Stadia could be the ugliest console of all time. I have no idea because I have no idea what a Stadia is.
It's a controller and the
Chromecast. The N-Gage. N-Gage is the ugliest console of all time.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. They're both pretty. I mean, how hard? I mean, if you're bombing completely, I would imagine both of those things are bombing completely. I don't know if you could bomb harder than completely. At Mackle15 wants to know if any of us are growing an apocalypse vegetable garden.
No, I got a pool.
Right. There's a limited space back there.
I have a garden, but I've had a garden. It's not for the apocalypse.
When's the last time you ate something from it?
Last week.
What was it?
Just some cherry tomatoes.
Were they good?
Yeah, they're good. I mean,
we had some scallions from our garden.
Oh, nice.
And most of my time with the garden is spent yelling at squirrels to get away from the garden.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just a feeding ground for the deer at my house. But I'm fine with that. I like going out there and, I don't know, taking care of. It's not a big, it's a raised garden for the most part.
It's like 2 acres.
Yeah, it's just a simple raised 2-acre garden. I like to keep the 2 acres off the ground so that it's that deer.
I mean, that is the best way to grow tomatoes.
Hover garden, they call it.
2 acres of.
You want to get those roots nice and aerated.
Yep. This is a really long post from Cupbo Mowgli telling you that something about Resident Evil, but I don't have the energy to read it. So just read that later.
Okay, I'm reading it. He says I have a misconception of the recent Resident Evil titles.
Shame on you.
I tried them all, and none of them are fun to me.
None of them gave you a double erection?
No, I think. I mean, they try to reinvent those games every game as well.
Right.
Like it's never the same game type for since 4. Like Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 were the same type of game. And then 4 hit, and then it's been a different type of game every time.
Right. All right. Well, at least you're educated now on Resident Evil.
Thank you.